If you are an expert and you want to become the most influential voice in your industry and turn that influence into revenue, this video is for you. Because here's the reality: if you're not seen, you are invisible. And in a crowded market, being invisible is the most expensive mistake that you can make. My name is Lisa Hugo. I have spent the last 20 years coaching experts and leaders how to use their voice and presence to win the room, whether they're speaking to a board of directors or whether they're speaking to a packed auditorium. I teach people how to speak in a way that grabs attention, holds it, and connects emotionally. Now, I've used my own voice to grow my business using a simple 3-step method that I want to teach you in this video. Most people will tell you that you need to go to networking events, to post on social media every day, and then spend hours in DMs and comments. That's if, of course, people even see your post and make a comment. And while those methods can work, they are exhausting, they are time-consuming, they are slow, they are unpredictable. You are not in control of your own business growth. Now, if you're a coach, consultant, trainer, if you have knowledge that others can learn from, there is a better, faster way to establish trust, credibility, and buyer buy-in. A system that gives you full control over how many people you connect with every day without ever relying on an algorithm or referrals. And today I'm breaking down the influential voice method, and I'll share with you the 3 pillars that all tie together. I'm going to help you to understand why you need to tune your voice so you sound like the authority that you are, why you need a signature asset that reflects your core message, and why you need a back-end system that does the heavy lifting for you. And I'll break this down even further in my free masterclass, which you'll find a link to in the description below. But let's dive into the very first step. The first step is your voice and presence. See, most experts focus entirely on what they are saying, but they ignore the how they're saying it. Now, of course, your words are important, but how you say something is how your message lands. Your voice is a musical instrument, and if you haven't tuned it and learned how to play all of the keys in the right order, you won't be able to speak with intention. Your message will have a disconnect. I want you to think about the most inspiring, successful leaders in your niche, and then think of the hundreds or thousands of others who would like to become that successful, but they just haven't cracked the code. Most experts speak in a monotone of safety because they're afraid of sounding too much or not being authentic. Or they try to copy those who are successful and they don't come across as authentically themselves. And when you neutralize your voice, you neutralize your authority. So we tune your instrument for energy, inflection, cadence, resonance, and authenticity. When you speak with the sound of certainty, you don't need to convince anybody. Your presence does the work for you. This is about moving from just delivering information to creating an emotional connection that makes a listener trust you instantly. Now, the greatest speakers have spent time working on their voice, their delivery, their connection of the voice to their words. If you want to stand out, to be seen and heard, to build your authority, trust, likability, believability, credibility in your field, working on your voice is a non-negotiable. Now, how do you do that? Well, I've got plenty of videos on my channel on how to speak so people listen, how to tune your voice. But ideally, work with someone who can give you feedback and coaching to grow your influence through your voice and your presence. Okay, let's move on to the second pillar, and that is your signature asset. Experts don't fail to grow their businesses because they lack the knowledge. They fail because they get overwhelmed and they get stuck without consistent leads. Now, a business without consistent leads is more of a hobby. I'm sorry to say that. When knowledge-based businesses struggle to grow, it's often because they don't have this core message and a system that connects them with their ideal customers. They rely on algorithms, on referrals, on hope. You don't need more content. You don't need to spend hours networking. You don't need to improve your website. You need one core asset. Now, what do I mean by that? I'm talking about one high-value presentation or training that reflects your core message, the one thing that you want to be known for. It's an asset that you can use over and over again, whether it's a video on your website, whether it's a keynote speaking from stage, as a webinar, or as an online training. This signature asset positions your authority and educates your audience so that by the time they speak to you, the trust is already built. They've spent 45 minutes or more with you in a live or a recorded training. They've learned from you. They've been inspired by you. They've had aha moments that have piqued their interest. It's your influential voice and your core message that allows you to stand out, to be seen and heard. Now, a key factor of the signature asset is it allows you to capture email addresses from those who are interested in the work that you do. So that means if you're presenting this talk, let's say as a webinar, you'll capture their email before sending them the link to the training. If you're speaking from stage, you can offer them a free giveaway to capture the email of those who are interested in your message. Or you could sell directly from stage in the right setting. You could even share this signature core asset when you're interviewed on podcasts. This asset can work for you 24/7, and I'll explain more about that when I move to pillar 3. But your signature asset is the path to transformation for your audience. It's your path to consistent revenue. So that leads me into pillar 3. And pillar 3 is what I call the scalable revenue system. This is your back-end system. You cannot grow a business without a customer relationship system. I want you to think of a major stage production or a movie set. We see the actors, but it's the behind-the-scenes team that makes the magic really happen. The show is of no value without the audience, the backstage, the marketing to attract the audience. And in the digital age, your team is an automated system that works around the clock to nurture leads after they've shown interest. It can send emails, SMS, WhatsApp, reply to social media posts, send invoices, payment links, book calls into your calendar, and so much more. It nurtures leads while their interest is at a peak. It's like having a team of employees working 24/7 to build trust and authority for you with your voice. But in reality, it's a digital system that is working around the clock, saving you time so that you can focus on being the influential voice of your niche. Now, I want to share an example of what that looks like. It's a seamless path from somebody hearing your voice to capturing an email address, to watching your signature talk, to scheduling a call, and then becoming a client. And the best part is, when you would work with us, we provide this system complimentary along with all of our plug and play templates and support. So you don't have to build the behind the scenes on your own. Now, if what I have explained here in this video is remotely interesting, if you've piqued your curiosity, if you're ready to stop relying on the social media grind, on the hope and referral method of attracting clients, and you would like to build a real engine that will grow your influence and could work for you 24/7 using your voice, to build your influential voice, I'd really love to invite you to join a completely free masterclass. I'm going to show you on that exactly how you can implement these 3 pillars to move from invisible expert to a leading authority. You're going to experience firsthand the system I use in action as you go through each step of the journey. And then if you want to speak with us to learn more about how this system could work for you in your business or with your personal brand, you'll have the chance to book a call on that webinar. The link is in the description below. Now, alternatively, if you want to just keep binging my video lessons here, this one here is going to teach you more about how you can use your voice and you can speak like a pro. Now, let me know in the comments, how influential is your voice and how are you currently generating leads for your business?